Welcome to my Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. Today is Sunday. We got another beautiful episode for you guys on this gorgeous Sunday. My goodness, hopefully you guys are having a great day. You're staying cool out there. Without further ado, let's get into today's thread, which is what's the most outrageous thing you've seen a drunk person do? All right, let's see. Head butted a window, glass in their eyes, hospital, now blind in one eye. Holy shit. Wow. Damn. I bet he regretted the hell out of that. Some drunk lady came out of the bar and screamed, "I'm gonna go piss in the street," then walked out in the street and got hit by a car, then pissed herself. Yo, no. I mean, she wasn't wrong. She pissed in the street. But damn, she got hit by a car. Oh, my God. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would laugh. I would laugh at her getting hit by a car. I would feel horrible, but call the cops just to talk shit to them? What? Oh, my God. You just at a bar and the police get there and they're just like, yeah, we got a call about it, like some disturbance. He was like, yeah, that's me. That's me. Fuck you guys, all right? You just guys are a bunch of bitches. You guys don't do anything for me. What do I pay you? I pay your check. You fucking bitch. It's just like, you called them here for that? Ridiculous. I was camping at a NASCAR race and a guy in the camp next to us stripped naked around the campfire. Everyone was like, dude, put some clothes on. He proceeded to try to fight everyone. Come to think of it, it was probably more than the booze. Yeah, that man he was on something. Because I don't think he was just drunk. I don't know about all that. That man was on something. He must have had a good little dose of that heroin. You know what I mean? Goddamn. My friend was drunk and angry and had always been slightly unhinged. Decided whilst drunk and angry to juggle with a really sharp machete and chopped a finger off and had severed cuts to his arms and hands. He didn't even realize he chopped his finger off. Yo. What in the hell? What would make you think that's a good idea? Like, don't get me wrong, like, even when I get it drunk, I'm at least a little coherent to the point where I know, like, I'm not about to throw a big ass knife in the air and try to juggle it and then chop your face. Imagine waking up the next day and you're just hungover as hell and you're just like, oh, what the, oh, and your finger's just gone. Bro, I could, I would be, that would be crazy. That would be fucking crazy. I would be so pissed, man. Hotwire a farm tractor and drive it straight through the wall of a barn. Yo. That's crazy. That's crazy. And the thing is it's crazier that this person knew how to hotwire something. That would have been the craziest thing to me. Like, wait a minute. Like, I get, you're drunk driving. Of course, you're going to crash into the side of a barn. But you know how to hotwire? Like, what? Where the fuck did you learn that? Damn. At a 4th of July party, he put the tube of a mortar firework between his legs and lit it, holding the tube downward as if the phallic object was his penis. As men are prone to do, the mortar shell was defective and exploded inside the tube. No, somehow his block and tackle remained unscathed. Okay. I was about to say, my man's blew his ball off at least, or he probably, what I was thinking is he probably like blew his sack open, just something. But luckily it was unscathed, but I will never forget the image my buddy texted me after driving him to the ER. The man in question laying spread eagle on a hospital bed with third-degree burns on his inner thighs, wearing nothing but an American flag patterned tighty whities. Oh my God. Yo, and he's going to have to live with that picture for the rest of his life, yo. Better his thighs than his dick and balls, though. I give you that. Because it could have been a lot worse, my guy. A lot worse. Man. Dude, imagine. My father didn't attend my mother's funeral. I called and left messages asking where he was because he said he was going to carry her and sing. My uncle asked me to do his part instead, and I agreed. After my uncle and family friend drove me home, and I came in to hear loud music laughing. He picked beer and strange women over saying goodbye to his wife. Yo. Verbal fight with my uncle that felt like hours. He threw a can at my uncle, which led him to be forced out the door with the woman. He came back later in the day to demand an apology from me and my uncle. That's crazy. So homeboy was just like, oh, my wife died, I'm going to go get drunk and kick it with some hoes because fuck this shit, when he was supposed to be at her funeral. Like, dude, this is the last time you're going to see her. What are you doing? I mean, he must have really fucking hated his wife then. Man, he must have been like, I'm glad that bitch is dead. Like, dude, there ain't no way in hell. Definitely not the most outrageous, but it always tickles me when a drunk person tries to light a cigarette backwards. Hey, man. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Gots to see it through, my boy, 4th of July a couple years ago, seen a guy stack 2 mortars in a mortar tube, light it, and then hold it to shoot. Tube blew up, almost severed his pointer finger when he went ahead and finished the job. Basically ripped the rest of his finger the way off, tossed it in a lake, and said, "Catfish gotta eat too." A t-shirt and some electrical tape later, he was back out pounding brews and showing off his nub.
We'll be right back.
Hey everyone, if you're interested in the world of high strangeness, Bigfoot, UFO, paranormal, or conspiracy theories, we have the podcast for you. The Nerd Informer podcast digs deep into all your favorite conspiracies and other high strangeness. We have special guests who will answer all the questions you might have and give you insight you didn't even know you wanted. Check out the Nerd Informer podcast today, available everywhere you get your podcast. And always remember, question everything.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
That's crazy. Homeboy blew his finger halfway off. And instead of being like, oh shit, I need to go to the hospital so I can get this motherfucker sewn back on, he's decided, I'm just going to rip the rest of the finger off and just throw it into the lake. And then I'm sure he was, not feeling too well, not doing too hot because he's bleeding out of his fucking nub now. And so they wrap it up with a shirt and some duct tape. And then my guy takes a nap and gets back up and starts pounding brews. And he's like, yeah, check me out, dog. Look at me. Like, what the fuck? Yo. Honestly, like, wow. Some drunk people, they can't come back from their drunk mistakes, dude. That's crazy. Vomit into their pint glass and continue to drink the same pint.
Bruh.
No. 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 They're over here just drinking their beer and they're like, bleh. Oh man, I still had some beer left in there. Oh well.
What?
No. No. That beer's done. You go get another one. Oh my God. I'm sorry, bro. I've just never been that drunk to where I just do something that disgusting or do something as crazy as rip my finger off. Like, bruh, these people are crazy, man. Crazy. They couldn't remember how to walk downstairs, so just threw themselves down head first. Happened 2 weeks on the bounce. So they they were at the top of the stairs and was just like, fuck, yo, I can't get down these stairs. And he was just like, oh, let me help you. And he probably just pushed him. And then he was like, you know what? Shit, I can't get down these stairs either. I'm going to just fall down. Like, what? Just hold on to the rail and take it one step at a time, guys. What are we doing here? Oh, my God. Was helping an acquaintance to the car. I was the designated driver and she had way too much to drink that night. As we were near the car, she mentioned she had to pee. All of a sudden, pulled her underwear down to her ankles. She was wearing a skirt. Got on all fours and proceeded to piss right there. Oh my. Oh no. All I could do was hold her up by her hands so that the urine wouldn't run over her knees or palms. I don't think she remembered that night. Probably for the best. Yeah. Because, it's like, girl, your cooch is all out for one. And then for two, it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? God damn. She must have really had to go. Like, damn. A girl at uni squatted down on our hall's reception and curled out a monstrous brown finger right where she stood. She took a doo-doo in the hall, bruh. Oh my God. Imagine just being with a group and you guys are like, yeah, let's go to the room. We'll have some more drinks to kick it there. And then they're just like, yo, what happened? What happened to homegirl? Like, where's she's at? And it's like, oh, you know what? I think she's over there. And then you just bust the corner and she's just doo-dooing in the hallway. Like, yo, what the fuck? That would be crazy to see. And then it'd be even crazier if she was just like, no, get away. You know, don't look at me. I'm in the bathroom. No. Oh, shit, bruh. They dropped a bottle of Smirnoff. It broke. They felt bad about wasting it, so they get down on all fours and try to lick it up from the pile of broken glass on the floor until we stop them. Wow. Bruh. Again, that's like the throw up guy. Like, it's done. It's over. Just leave it alone. It's okay. We'll get another one. Smirnoff is the cheapest alcohol out there. Like, relax. We can go spend like $12 and get another one. It ain't that bad. You're all right. Like, Jesus, man. Be too impatient to wait to wash his hands in the sink, so he took some pee through ice and did a quick rub on his hands and then through his hair while looking in the mirror. Wow. What in the hell? So this dude took pee-covered ice, rubbed his hands with it, and then ran his hand through his hair and was like, I'm good to go. Nigga, what? What? I bet you he smelled like piss for the rest of the night. Wondering why he couldn't get no bitches. Crazy, dude. Saturday night, Bourbon Street, New Orleans, maybe 10 years ago. Huge crowd. A homeless man stumbled past our group holding a hand grenade cup with 3 or 4 foot neck. A hand grenade, a touristy daiquiri popular on Bourbon Street. Okay. Served in a long neck cup, bottom shaped like a grenade, but never that long, usually only 12 inches. My friend's dad asked him, "Hey, where'd you get that?" Man says, "All up and down the street. Whatever." He was smashed. We kept walking. So did the homeless man, to the nearest trash can, where he starts grabbing trashed cups and bottles and pouring that last room temp half sips of alcohol into his mega cup. Beer bottles, frozen daiquiri cups, hurricane buckets, it all went in. Then bottoms up, he drank it and stumbled into the next trash can. Homie wasn't lying. He got that drink all up and down the street. That is disgusting. Homeboy was just like, "God damn, $18 for a drink? Psh, I know I can get this for free." And my man's said, "I'm about to go and find empty, half-drinking beer bottles and cups and all kinds of stuff." And he just poured it into his cup and was just drinking that. That's disgusting, dude. Oh, my God, that's disgusting. Oh, dude, this thread is more of just like, what's the most disgusting thing you've seen a drunk person do, more than it is like outrageous. You know, it is crazy the disgusting things that people do when they're drunk. Like, do you not have like, I don't like common sense or decency? Like what is it? It's just crazy to me. All right. Tattooed herself. I mean, I hope that the tattoo was good. It probably wasn't, but I hope it was decent. Vomit in the train during the COVID outbreak. He kept his mask on. Oh, no, that's just not, no. Oh, God. That's disgusting. That's just absolutely disgusting. All right. I once was getting brunch with a friend at a place that does bottomless mimosas on weekends. As we were waiting for a table, we see a girl get escorted out of the establishment by security. She can barely walk and her dress is a bit too low. By a bit too low, I mean the poor girl had a full titty hanging out of her dress. Nobody fixed it. Her friends watch her get escorted out and they do nothing. And next thing you know, the girl with her titty still hanging out is trying to jump the fence of a patio to get her friends. Mind you, this was maybe around noon on a Sunday. She said, "Hey, yo, God's day is for getting drunk and having a titty out." Like, what in the hell? And then on top of that, it's like nobody told her, like, "Hey, you got a situation going on right here. Fix that." You know what I mean? They just let her and I get, to a degree, I kind of get why they kind of just let it happen. They're like, shit, if she ain't fixing it, then she ain't fixing it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, she ain't fixing it. She ain't fixing it. Like, you know what I mean? But, man, that's a wild, a little brunch in a show, I guess, huh? Damn. Saw a drunk guy piss, shit, and throw up simultaneously. A true triple pipe classic at a party at Litchburg College. Damn. I know homeboy was going through it. I've never shit, pissed, and threw up all at the same time. Homeboy must have been going through it. Man. Like, I've had really bad shits and then throw up, but not at the same time. God damn, son. Oh, like, what did you drink, I once projectile shitted through and over a 4-foot chain link fence into my neighbor's yard once after drinking 3 Magnum malt liquor 40s. Jesus. My man was just like, yo, dude, oh, my stomach is killing me, my guy. And they're just like, yo, the bathroom is like 20 minutes away. He's like, nah, bro, I can't hold it. I can't. He was like, get a bush. It's like, for sure. You know, squats in the bush and just that doo-doo just shoots out his booty. I bet the next morning the neighbors saw that crusty dookie in their yard and was like, what the fuck is this? Oh my God. I could just imagine they walk outside and they just see some crusty dookie on their lawn. Yo. Oh my God. That's crazy. Oh my God, bro. Oh shit. No pun intended. Oh God. That's funny. All right, I'm going to do 4 more. Oh, I saw a guy walking down the street, dick swinging and pissing everywhere while still drinking. My goodness, dude. Some people just, they get drunk and it's like their pride just goes out the window. They're like, fuck it, man. Fuck it. I'm just going to go out and do what I want to do. That is crazy, man. Watched 2 girls get into a fight at the bar. They were trashed. I don't know about the guys they were with, but one of them was a hulking dude. He literally picked his girl up and walked outside with her on his shoulder, still trying to act like tough shit. She looked like a toddler throwing a tantrum at that point. Facts. He said, bitch, get the fuck over here. We are leaving. Like, what the hell do you think? Like, what's going on here? You know, we go to the bar, have a good time, and you want to be fighting bitches. Like, what are we doing? Looking crazy out here. All right. Okay, 2 more. One Halloween, I was walking to a haunted house with some friends and saw some cops with their tasers pointed at this woman who I think was supposed to be Mimi from the Drew Carey show, trying to attack the cops with her shoe. She was drunk as fuck. Some guy dressed as Crocodile Dundee struts up, also drunk, and demands the cop step aside as he'll tame this Dobby. Okay. And starts doing the Dundee hand hypnotize, hang 10 type thing he does to chill out that bull in the movie at Mimi while she is now trying to murder him with the shoe. Well, they both got arrested, and it was the funniest damn thing I've seen drunk people do. That's crazy. That Crocodile Dundee dude, like, got in front of cops and was just like, oi, I got this there, mate. Don't worry. We do handle these all the time. It's like, don't worry. And then ends up going to jail over that. Like, bruh. You literally ruined your own night over some BS. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. What the fuck, man? Some people, I don't know. All right, this is going to be our last one. At a Christmas working gathering where everyone was plastered, I saw a small guy piss down the leg of a huge dude he didn't like. My boss literally saved that small guy's life by spilling a pitcher of beer down the same pissed on leg to hide the smell and feigning serious injury during the fall. I'm not kidding. This guy was like 6'5" and was 350 pounds of muscle and bad intention. It was like watching a sitcom episode. Yo, my guy was looking out. Because that big of a dude, man, he probably would have got punted. You know, boy would have just kicked you. You would have flew out the window and shit. Like, yo. man, if it wasn't for homeboy's quick thinking, man, that party would have got bad. It would have got bad real quick. Cops would have got called, all that type of shit, man. Damn. Oh, my goodness. But that's going to go ahead and be the end of that thread, man. That thread was crazy. Wow. People do some crazy shit when they get drunk, and you would never think, if I'm being honest with you would never think people get that wild, when they're drunk, but they do. They do. And like I said, that's what I love about these threads, is that the world is so big out there, man, and to be able to have it all centralized in one little thread of the crazy shit that happens all over the world, drunk people, whether it's throwing up into your fucking cup and then drinking it, or, blowing your finger halfway off and then pulling it off and, throwing it in the lake, or, people getting arrested over selling the bit. And it's Halloween, my guy. You're not Crocodile Dundee. The fuck out of here. Yeah, it is wild, man. These threads get crazier and crazier, and they get more and more wilder as we go on filming this show, man. It's awesome, and I'm glad that you guys are here alongside with me on this beautiful Sunday. My goodness. All right, we're gonna hop into announcements super quick, and then I'm gonna get into today's scenarios. I know this is not you guys' favorite part, but don't worry, I try to make it as fast as possible for you. All right, patreon.com/MileyAsshole get an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario to be featured on Tuesday and Sunday episodes like these people did today. If you are an audio listener, please keep downloading the podcast. It shows me that you come by every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, and you're enjoying what we're doing over here, and I do appreciate that so much. And also, if you haven't already, rate the podcast. If you have, I appreciate you. You're good. You're the man. Thank you so much. Just keep downloading the show, and I appreciate that. But, if you haven't downloaded, please do download. 5 stars is preferable. And, it's a great way to help out the show and get new people to check out the show. If you guys want to help out even more on the free 99 side of things, and if it's faux free, then it's faux me, go ahead and follow us on TikTok, Instagram for the clips, as well as YouTube for more of the video production side. And also check out our playlists that I do have in the descriptions. If you are an avid listener of the Thursday episodes that we do where we read our books, and we have Haunting Adeline from chapter 1 to 42, and then we also have everything that is caught up. I believe we're up to chapter 14 in A Court of Thorns and Roses. So if you want to get caught up with that, or you want to get caught up with Haunting Adeline before we start book 2 for Haunting Adeline, get caught up with that. Get caught up with A Court of Thorns and Roses. And without further ado, though, let's get into the scenarios. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I love you guys, and let's get into it. We got our first one today. Am I wrong? My friend, 20 female, admitted to being into me, 30 male. What are your thoughts? So, I guess his female friend is just like, hey, I've been thinking about that penis. I want to see what it do. All right, so we met at a festival a month ago. Honestly, I found her pretty and possibly would have gone further until she told me her age, 20. I was genuinely like, oof, that's really pushing the age gap since I'm 11 years older. It isn't impossible since my cousin was in a relationship and had a child with a man 13 years older than her. They're no longer together, and I do think the age gap had a play in it, but during their time together, they seemed normal. I liked the guy, and my cousin is still on good terms with him. Anyways, back to me, and this girl became friends and kept in contact after the festival, messaging each other daily. I kept thinking back to the whole age gap thing, half your age plus 7, etc. She doesn't fall into the range too young, so whatever repressed feelings I have / had for her, I'd keep it strictly friends only. Then last night about 3 a.m, she actually called me and she told me that she had developed feelings for me. I was speechless and had told her we should talk about it later. I haven't been in contact with her yet. I'm just wondering what your thoughts are on this. My thing is, go for it. Look, I get age gaps and you kind of think like, oh, you know, she's like super young and she doesn't, well, what would we talk about, and do we have things in common, and blah 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 blah. And if I'm being honest with you, man, I don't even think that you guys would have been friends and stayed in contact with each other after the festival if you guys didn't have things in common, if you guys didn't have common interests to talk about, or things to talk about, or, you know, if you guys didn't really click. You know, I don't think you guys would have stayed in contact after that. But the fact that you guys did click, you guys probably do have things in common. You guys are probably having conversations if you're talking daily. So why not? Why not date her? Give it a shot. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you got to sit here and marry the fucking girl, but shit, give it a shot. Say, you know what? I'm willing to give this a shot. See where this goes, because you never know. You never know. And that's why I always tell people, I'm just like, look, if it's a person that you talk to very regularly, you guys get along, you really click, and that person does like you, and you could possibly see something with them, give it a shot, because you never know where it'll go. You know what I mean? You never know. And it could be one of the best relationships you've ever been in. You know what I mean? And I understand if you don't see anything at all, you know, it's just like, nah, I just see them as a friend and I just don't see anything going anywhere, then that's okay. It makes sense. It's like you don't see a possibility at all. But if you can see a possibility of maybe, give it a shot. You never know. And let them know, hey, look, let's just date. Let's, you know, kind of talk and see where things go. Let's give it a couple months or a couple weeks, however fast you want to move. But, you know, let's give it a couple months. Let's see where things go, and let's see if it builds on more. And you're at least giving them a shot. You know, you're at least letting them know, hey, I'm acknowledging your feelings and I'm giving it a shot, seeing where it goes. And even if it doesn't work out, then at the least that person can say, you know what? At least you gave me a shot. At least you know, didn't just turn me away and not give it a shot at all. You at least gave it a good shot and gave it an honest try. It just didn't work out. And it'll suck for the other person. It'll hurt for them, 100%. You know, I've been in situations like that where I've liked a girl and, you know, she'd give me a shot and it just didn't work out. And I'm just like, well, you know, I can't be mad at you because you gave me a shot. You tried to see where things would go and it just didn't go where we thought it was going to go. And it is what it is. And you move on and you guys stay friends or whatever it is you do. And so I think you give it a shot, dude, you know, regardless of the age gap and all that other crap. I think people overthink age way too much. I look at it like, as long as you're two consenting adults and, you know, you ain't doing no like illegal shit, I think you're good. You know what I mean? If she is an illegal adult and you are you're a legal adult and you guys consent to this relationship, who cares? Who cares about your age? You know, like I said, I don't know. I think people put way too much on age. I get it when it's a minor. I get it when it's illegal and all that. I get that 100%. But when it's two consenting adults, I don't give a fuck if you guys are 20, 30, 40 years apart. You know, as long as you guys get along and you guys are happy in the relationship that you're in and you're happy for the right reasons, hey, who am I to judge? Who are you to judge? You know what I mean? And if it doesn't work out, then hey, it didn't work out. It is what it is. Yeah, but I don't think it would be the age. I just think it would be other factors and situations and stuff like that. That would be the contributor to it not working out, not necessarily the age. Sure, the age is the easy way to go out and be like, oh, well, yeah, clearly, duh, you guys are like 14 years apart. And it's just like, not really, because if you're really in a relationship like that, you kind of notice like it be other things, you know, whether it was jealousy issues or it was intimacy issues or it was, you know, oh, you work too much, or, you know what I mean? The love languages weren't being fulfilled, stuff like that. And so, but I don't know. Like I said, I think he should give it a shot, see where it goes. You let me know what you think about it in the comments though. All right, on to our next one. Am I the asshole for lying to my wife that I'd forgive her cheating? When me and my wife first started dating, we had a talk about cheating. I straight up lied and said if this ever happens, I need to know straight away. If you tell me it only happens once, I think I could forgive you. Fast forward 5 years later and we are married. A couple of nights ago, she came up to me and asked if I remembered our talk, which I said which one. We had a lot of talks like that. She then reminded me of the cheating talk and confessed she slept with a coworker at a recent company party.
She belongs to the street.
Damn. I was mortified. I packed my stuff and left. She begged me to stay. I couldn't. I needed to cool down. We talked yesterday and she again reminded of our talk earlier on. I laughed and said that I never intended to forgive her, and I only said that at the time to make sure she confessed if it ever happened. I'm still planning on divorcing her. Nothing can change my mind about that. But my wife said what I did was manipulation. Was I an asshole for lying about forgiving her? Okay. Because to be honest, it's like, I feel like you technically weren't lying. I feel like in a dating situation, it was more of, okay, we're just dating. Like, if she happens to do that, I can forgive her. It is what it is. But now that you're my wife, I think it's very different. It's very, very different because the commitment levels are so much higher. There's so much more at stake when it comes to the relationship. And so it's like when you're cheating as a wife versus a girlfriend, I think cheating as a wife is way worse than cheating as a girlfriend, just because cheating as a girlfriend, it's like I could just leave you and it is what it is. We part separate ways. It is what it is. But as a married couple, there's so much more that goes into that, and it gets way messier. And of course, that's something I can't forgive because it's like, dude, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, now we have to go through divorce proceedings. Now we got to do all this and all that. And so that's why, in a way, I kind of feel like he wasn't lying. It was just a thing where we're married now, so things have changed. But if we're going to go off of what he said and how he said it was because he wanted her to confess, then I guess I get it, because he looks at it like, I'm not trying to sit here and look stupid and waste my time. So if you want to cheat on me, you go ahead and tell me and I can act accordingly, And it makes sense, because it's just like, if I'm out here acting loyal and I'm out here doing what I'm supposed to be doing and you're not, well, then I want to know, so that way I can get out and I can move on as soon as possible with my life, because I'm not trying to sit in this relationship for another 5 years and you're out here cheating and sucking off Tom, Dick, and Harry. You know what I mean? And so it's like, I get it from that perspective. I would want to just know so I can act accordingly and get the fuck out of there. And I think whether it's guy or girl, we would agree to that sentiment. It's like, if you're a girl, you would want to know if your dude is cheating, and you could act accordingly and say peace and chicken grease. If you're a dude, you'd want to know if your girl fucked another guy, so you could act accordingly and say peace and chicken grease. And so is he really the asshole? I don't think so, if I'm being real with you. I really don't. Because it like I said, like I've always said on the show, it's one of those things where it's like, cheating for a woman, when she cheats, it's definitely a thing where it's like, she did it because she really don't love her man no more. She really don't love her man no more. Now with a dude, I always tell the ladies, give him a chance to straighten out, because a lot of times for us, we just trying to fuck, like we just happen to be in that place that time, what I mean? And that could honestly have been a mistake. But again, once is a mistake, twice is a pattern, what I mean? But in this situation, it's like, yeah, there's kind of no going back, because it's like, you fucked your coworker because that man was probably making you feel special, and to you, I guess I wasn't making you feel special enough. So you felt like you had to go do this. You probably have feelings for that nigga. You was probably on your back like, oh my God, you're so great. This, and that. You know what I mean? But a coworker, he was just trying to get some coochie, So I don't know. Take that with what you will. Do you think he's the asshole or not? Personally, I don't. I think anybody would agree with me that they would want their partner to tell them, hey, I cheated on you, this and that, and they can act accordingly. So, again, you let me know what you think. I love to hear you guys' comments in there. Let's see. Would I be the asshole if I divorced my husband because he cheated on me early in our relationship? Oh, goodness. All right, my husband and I have been together for about 7 years, married 5. We had a kid out of wedlock. She's now 6. I asked my husband if I could go through his computer because I wanted to see some old pregnancy photos he took. He said yes. I scrolled through all his pics and I noticed a pic of him and a woman I did not recognize. I look at the date. This pic was saved and it was well within our relationship. A little less than a year, I confronted him about this and his first reaction was, oh fuck. He confessed that he did sleep with the woman on the pic who was an ex of his. He told me that this was in the past and that he was just a dumb kid. He was 21. I'm considering divorcing him now. But we have such a good life together. We have a house and our daughter is the most wonderful thing in the world. We have a wonderful marriage. And before this, I wouldn't have ever imagined that he would even cheat. And this kind of goes, you guys aren't going to like me on this one. You're not. But this kind of goes back to what I was saying on the previous situation where it's just like, he was just dumb and horny. He don't give a fuck about that bitch no more. Sure, there was a picture, but I guarantee you he probably forgot that fucking picture was on there. And that's why he was so willing to be like, yeah, babe, here's my computer. You know what I mean? Guarantee you he forgot about it. He forgot that picture even existed. He probably forgot that girl even existed because it was a simple thing where he was horny in the moment. He got him some coochie and then was just like, you know what? I don't love this bitch. Like, I'm going home to my wife. What are we talking about here? I don't give a fuck about this chick. Like, I'm going home to my fucking baby, the love of my life. Like, what are we talking about here? And so, again, I always say it's just like when a dude cheats, he was just dumb and horny, and it is what it is, and he probably forgot about that bitch a long time ago, and now he's focused on you. And my biggest thing is don't get divorced to him. Give him that second chance to prove to you that it was a dumb mistake, and it's not going to happen again. That he was just dumb in 21, and it is what it was, and again, once is a mistake and twice is a pattern. So it's like, if he does it again, then I feel like the divorce is warranted and all of that. Yeah, 100%. Because it's like, come on, man. Now you playing me for boo-boo the fool. And I ain't boo-boo the fool. So I'm about to get the fuck up out of here because, come on, man. Let's be real here. You know what I mean? Once is a mistake, but 2 is a pattern. And I'm not about to get into that. So, again, I would, if this only happened one time and this was just the one time and he even admitted like, shit, I was stupid. I was 21. I don't even remember that girl. I don't even fuck about her no more. We don't even talk, so on and so forth. I personally think he didn't realize that picture was even there and he probably forgot about that chick just with the fact that he just so willingly gave you the computer like, oh, yeah, here you go. And then you found the picture and he was like, oh, shit. I forgot that. I forgot all about that picture. Like, damn. Yeah, that was a fucking mistake right there, and I do apologize. And I'm so sorry. I would never, do that to you ever again, and so on and so forth. And like I said, be mad. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, girl, don't be mad. Just let it slide. No. Be mad. Be upset. Be in your feelings. It's fine, but you don't have to go to the extent of divorcing the guy. You know what I mean? But put it in your mind like, okay, he's going to have to really prove to me that, hey, he's about this relationship and me only and so on and so forth. Because again, if he does it again, it's like, okay, now this is a bit of a pattern, my guy. What's going on here, But have a conversation with him. Talk to him. Figure things out. Try to come to a good little agreement where it's like, okay, look, I understand that happened back then. Let's not make this happen again. It does piss me off, but our life is good together. We got our baby girl. Like, I'm not, trying to ruffle feathers too much. But I get it. It would piss you off and it would make you mad. But you kind of got to just, hold on to it a little bit. I'm just saying. All right. Let me know what you think about that one, though. If you're against me, you're against me. It's cool. If you think she should get divorced, then she should. But I personally don't think she should. I think she should just stick it out. And if he does it again, then that's your cue to leave. But again, I'd love to know what you guys think. All right. Next one. Should I take him back? God damn. A lot of cheating today. Okay, my husband of 2 years got his ex-girlfriend pregnant. Yo. While I was visiting him abroad, backstory, we have known each other since we were 2 years old. Wow. Dated for many years on and off during our teens. Got serious once we turned 24. Dated for 10 years and then we got married. He lives abroad as we were working there and I couldn't move yet, so I had just visited. Recently found out that a woman to whom he also dated while in a relationship with me is 5 months pregnant. Now he's coming to our home country to personally apologize to me and my family since we are very traditional and everyone knows, including friends. He claims it was just one time and that he never dated her, but I know that's not true. They known each other for almost 11 years. We have no kids together yet. Should I save my marriage or let our long history be bygones? Woo, man. You got this bitch pregnant, my guy. And see, I believe this is a situation where it wasn't just a one-time thing. He said it was a one-time thing, but I don't know about that, my guy. I think this was in the pattern territory where, it was that he did it once, it was a mistake, but then he realized, well, my girl ain't gonna know, so I'm like, we can keep smashing. And then they kept smashing, and guess what happened? Now she got a 5-month-old bean in the oven, and it's like, uh-oh, that pattern caught up to you quick, didn't it, Chief? You know what I mean? I definitely think it should be bygones, but I understand why it's not bygones, because you've known each other since you were 2 years old. You guys are so heavily intertwined with each other as far as your lives and your family. And then you guys have a long history of dating and fucking and doing all this stuff together. And I'm sure, you can't just sit there and throw away a 10-year-long relationship, that led to a marriage. That's tough as well. So it's just like, it's going to be really, really, really tough for you, girl. I mean, extremely tough if you choose to go bygones. And I feel like that's what you have to do. Like going the bygones route is what you're going to have to do. And I think is what everybody is advising, including me, because like I said, once is a mistake, but then after that is a pattern. And I think he was well into pattern territory. Just the fact that, like, come on, man. They got pregnant. And I guarantee you they didn't get pregnant on the first time they had sex. Let's keep it hundo P here. They were jackrabbiting. Like, come on, man. They was jackrabbiting. Because he looked at it like, my girl ain't gonna know. Like, how's she gonna know? She don't live out here. You know what I mean? Like, so. Yeah, that's going to be tough for you. Like I said, if she chooses the bygones, it's going to be really hard for her. I mean, really hard for her because of the amount that he is into her life and, how long they've known each other and dated and so on and so forth. It's going to be really hard for her. But damn, you guys let me know what you think. All right. Cool. Am I the asshole for separating from my wife for drastically changing her appearance? Really? Okay. My wife and I have been married for 10 years and we have 3 kids. During lockups, she went down this TikTok rabbit hole and became a crunchy health nut. She changed completely from when I met her. She refuses to eat anything that's not healthy. She does not even eat for an entire day every couple of days. She's lost 30 plus pounds that way. She also began lifting and is very muscular now. She has man shoulders. Okay. To top it all off, she got a breast reduction. She didn't even have breasts, but she hated how saggy they were and spent $10,000 on getting a totally unnecessary breast reduction. I mean, if you're going to spend 10 grand, girl, and I get it. She had 3 kids, so I'm sure they were kind of droopy, you know what I mean, from all the breastfeeding. But I mean, you could have just kind of tightened them up and just made them look nice, you know, but I guess. Everybody told me that it was her body and I had no say in what she wanted to look like. I'm not attracted to her. She looks nothing like the woman I married. I tried dealing with it for years, but it was too much. I couldn't even recognize her. When I asked for a divorce, she began bawling. She said I was a shallow jerk and she wished that she had never met me. It was so hurtful because she didn't even care about our 3 beautiful kids. Most of my friends have reassured me that I wasn't wrong. However, a few of them who were friends with my wife have dropped me and call me an asshole every time they see me. They've even gone as far as to leave hate comments on my social media posts. So am I the asshole? Damn. And see, that sucks because it's one thing to like get into health and, you know, you lose some weight to be a little more healthier. Your eating habits change. Because as far as the eating habits thing, that's great. That is fantastic that she's really dedicated and taking it serious. But I think she's taking it way too far into the extreme to where, you know, she's muscular and starting to kind of look like a man. And it's like, how can you kind of be attracted to a girl, you know what I mean, who has such a broad, you know, wingspan now? And I can understand that because, like I said, there's one thing. I'm sure there was a point where he was noticing her losing weight and was just like, God damn. Oh, he was probably fucking her every time he saw her because she was looking that good, you know, after having 3 kids and, you know what I mean, getting that body back and doing her thing. Like, 100%. The breast reduction thing is a little crazy. I don't know why she would do something like that. Look, I get it. You have 3 kids. I'm sure the boobs were, you know, drooping a little bit. And so that's fine. But I mean, I wouldn't have done a reduction. Maybe just like a perk up, you know what I mean? Just get them to kind of perk up a little bit and have them look a little, you know, perkier and rounder or whatever. And so I get how it makes it seem like, damn, you know, my girl's got pecs, not titties, you know what I mean? And so that can be tough. And then when you see her and she's like unrecognizable to you, that can be really hard too, to the point where you're thinking like, damn, man, this ain't even like a girl to me, you know? Like this is like my homie, you know? You out here walking around that house like, what up, dog? You know, like, bruh. So I from a man's perspective, I can get that. And I'm sure, like I said, there was a point where she had it perfect. You know, it was like, yes, body looking crazy. She looking good. And he was probably just like walking around with a schlotteldanger all day and was like, man, my girl looks fine as hell after 3 kids, you know. But then she gets into the muscular side of things and now she's kind of looking dudeish, and you know what I mean? So, do I think he's the asshole for it though? I mean, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say I don't think he's the asshole because I know me in that situation. Yes, there would be a point where I would see my girl losing weight and I'd be like, damn, let's go. She's looking great. She's taking care of herself. I love that. Oh, you want to eat nothing but healthy shit? Psh, say less. Do your thing, baby. You know, you don't want to eat for a couple days because, you know, it helps you lose weight. Psh, say less. Let's do it. You know what I mean? But then when she gets into the muscular, like looking like a dude kind of thing, I just wouldn't be able to be attracted to her. It'd be very hard to stay attracted to her, you know what I mean? But I would have a conversation with her, of course. I wouldn't go straight to divorce. You know, maybe he has had a conversation with her and she's just not willing to budge on that. But I mean, the fact that, you know, he said that she was bawling once he mentioned the divorce kind of makes me think that you didn't talk to her about it and you just kind of went straight for the divorce type thing. And what I would have done is at least been like, hey, you know, let's talk about this a little bit. Like, you kind of looking a little manly out here, you know what I mean? Look, I love that you're being healthy. I love that you're doing your thing. All that, it's wonderful. It's fantastic. But it's hard for me, you know, to get a rock erection down there, you know what I mean? It's hard for me to get hard down there when you're looking like a dude. When you're out here walking around like, yo, what up, dog? How's it going? You know? So it's just like, I would just have a conversation with her. Maybe she would want to. She'd be like, oh, you know, I could tone it down a little bit. That's fine. Yeah, you're not asking me to stop being healthy or stop working out. No, you're just asking me to tone it down a little bit. So that way I can look a little more, you know, girly to you, feminine to you, whatever it may be. And I think that is all the conversation you really need to have. And I think she would do it just because you said that she was bawling her eyes out when you said that you wanted a divorce. You know, like the fact that she was bawling her eyes out to me says that you really didn't talk to her about this. You know, you went straight for the kill shot with the divorce. You know, it's like, dude, take a little time, talk to her a little bit. And I guarantee you, she'd probably be like, yeah, if you need me to just tone it down a little bit, that's fine. Yeah, I could do that. You know, I'll just work out 3 times a week instead of, 5. Yeah. So that's why I think he's the asshole for that. But in the overall thing, I don't think he's the asshole just because it's like, you're attracted to what you're attracted to. And it's like, if you can't recognize your partner, that kind of seems, I don't know, daunting, because you're just like, oh, you feel like you're with a stranger all the time, especially if you're a heterosexual man and, your girl looking like a fucking man. I'm just saying. All right, but we're gonna get into our last scenario for today. Last one for today is, am I the asshole for leaving my sister-in-law called me clingy? All right, after 24 female, had been visiting my aunt's place for a wedding who lives a few hours away from me. She has 2 boys, 30 and 27. And both of them are married to 2 beautiful and intelligent women. I met them only recently and I have not hung out with them a lot. I always wanted older brothers since I have an older sister. Although I get. All right. No, whatever. Although I acknowledge that this was not their responsibility. My aunt loves me a lot, though. I asked her if I could stay at her place for a couple more days. At night, both of my cousins were with their wives, and I was helping my aunt with the dinner. She asked me to call all of them downstairs. When I went up to the room, I heard my older sister-in-law say, when is my name leaving? I don't know why she is so clingy. She annoyed us throughout the wedding and meddles in our family so much. Whoa, that's fucked up. She's over here just like, I'm loving being around, my cousins and their, sisters-in-laws, and like, oh, this is great, and then they're talking shit about her. Wow. My cousins just lightly laughed along, and I'm sure if they found humor in her words, or was it awkward laughter? My cousin saw me in the doorway, and it looked like he had seen a ghost. I just said, please come downstairs, dinner is ready. He stopped me and asked me if I heard her. I just gave him a smile and said, while holding back tears, I did, but it's okay because she can have her own opinion. It's not as if she doesn't like me. I did not take it into consideration that you guys are on a hectic schedule and I forced myself here. I'll do better. He apologized to me on her behalf, and she apologized as well, saying that she was just stressed about the busy schedule and packing all throughout. I had been doing chores for them all day to not be dead weight. After the dinner, they tried to talk to me, but I avoided them. I called a friend. I talked to him, just trying to calm myself down because my feelings were really hurt and I felt unwanted. In the morning, I packed my bags early and told my aunt I'm going to visit a friend in the city, then have a flight late in the evening to go back home as soon as possible for work. My aunt was surprised and asked me to wait until my cousins wake up before I go. I told her I had to say my goodbyes last night already. After seeing my friend, I just went to the airport a few hours early and sat in the lounge until it was time to go. My sister and I have shared GPS locations for safety purposes, and I forgot that she can see me being at the airport a couple days earlier than planned. I told her everything when I got off the flight. I had missed calls and texts from my aunt and my cousins. Apparently, my sister had told my mom what went down, and she was too unhappy. She then called my aunt and asked her about this and found out that she was unaware of it all. My cousins had played it cool. Long story short, my aunt and my uncle are super upset with my sister-in-law. My sister-in-law feels like I made an immature, rash decision and made her look bad in front of the entire family. I could have given them a chance the next day to fix things, but I threw them all under the bus. Am I the asshole? I mean, they started it though. You know, it's like, look, don't say some shit that you don't mean. That's my thing. Because if you didn't mean it, you wouldn't have said it. And that's what's kind of got under my skin. And I probably would have left too, because I'm like, dude, this is you guys' day. You guys are, you know, you guys are here planning all this stuff. I asked to be here for a couple more days. You know, I was supposed to leave a few days ago, but I didn't. I asked to stay. So now I'm just leaving I'm leaving early because I wasn't even supposed to be here anyway. And I get it. I understand. And it hurt my feelings, but I'm not mad at you. It is what it is. I imposed. Sorry that I imposed. I'm going to move on. And that's that, you know. So I don't think you're the asshole for really leaving. And I don't think you're the asshole at all for telling family members either. Because it's like, if you didn't mean what you said, you wouldn't have said it. Yeah, and that's the tough thing about it. And then you want to sit there, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, it's just, you know, we're stressed out because of this, and that. And it's just like, sorry, that's not an excuse, because just because you're stressed out about other shit that has nothing to do with me does not mean that you can sit there and call me clingy and call me in the way and all that kind of stuff when I'm doing chores and helping you guys out and I'm being there for our aunt and all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm not in anybody's way. You know, I'm not in anybody's way. If anything, I'm trying to help you guys. I want to be here with you guys. I want to support you guys. You know, I'm being the least selfish person here right now. And you guys are acting like the biggest selfish people right now. You know, making this all about you. And oh my God, why is she so clingy and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Like, that's fucked up. But I'm not going to fight you about it because you're family. You know, I'm not going to put bad blood in the relationships of my family because you want to say some out of pocket shit that you may or may not have meant. You know, I'm just going to leave. I'm just going to go. I'm going to let you guys do your thing. This is what you wanted, so I'm going to give you what you wanted. And then you want to sit there and you want to be upset because everybody is like, oh, coming at you like, oh, why'd you make her upset? Oh, why'd you make her sad? Why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? And it's just like, well, no shit. Like, of course I'm going to tell my family what happened, and I'm going to let them know, hey, apparently I was in their way, so I'm just going to leave. Like, come on, man. It just makes sense, and that's why I don't think she's the asshole at all. I think she looked at it like, damn, you guys don't want me here? That's fine. I'm sorry that I asked to stay a couple more days. I'm going to go then. I'll peace out. And family members want to know why I'm upset and why I'm sad. I told them. Am I lying? No. That's what you said. I heard it come out of your mouth. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not lying. I'm not putting you under the bus. I'm not throwing, I'm not throwing bad in your name or nothing. You know what I mean? So it's just like, nah, you're not the asshole. If anything, they're super fucked up. They had no good reason to say what they said about you. And, then out here blaming it on fucking, oh, it's the itinerary and we're stressed out about other shit. And it's like, yeah, and then you want to take it out on me. Yeah, great job. Fantastic. So again, you guys let me know what you think about that one, but that's going to be today's episode. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Thank you for all the support. If you got this far in the episode, thank you. Appreciate you. Love you. And this is another beautiful Sunday episode in the books, man. I cannot believe we are 200 episodes into this motherfucker. My God, it's been a wild ride. And I just appreciate you guys so much for being here every episode, checking us out, sharing us with your friends and family and all that kind of stuff, and the crazy scenarios and threads that we go through. I love all the support, and I thank you guys so much. Again, patreon.com/MyTheAsshole Podcast, exclusive episode every single Friday. So being able to send in your scenario to be featured on the show for Tuesday and Sunday episodes. If you're an audio listener, please keep downloading the podcast. If you haven't already, rate the podcast 5 stars is preferable, but whatever you're going to rate it with the chest. If you want to help on the free 99 side of things, follow us on Instagram as well as TikTok for the clips, and follow us on YouTube. Even if you don't watch on YouTube, subscribing there does help me out, and I do appreciate that so much. And if you want to get a look at your boy's ugly mug, YouTube's the place to do it. We also have the audio versions of the podcast on YouTube as well. So if you have YouTube Red or anything like that, or you use YouTube to kind of I don't know, you say you're cleaning your house or something, you can always listen to us audio version on YouTube. So I got you there. All right. Love you guys all. I will see you on Tuesday for another crazy episode. Have a great day. Stay out of this heat. Love you all. Peace.